Hello, and welcome to a Suntup unboxing. This, my friends, is the classic edition of Kin by Kealan Patrick Burke, signed by the author, Kealan Patrick Burke, and signed by the artist, Elderlemon Design, which is also Kealan Patrick Burke, if you're not familiar. This got published earlier than expected. The bookmark has a 2025 date on it. But here we are, tail end 2024, book in our hands. And I believe this actually shipped, most people got this weeks ago. But, me, late to the party. It's still available online. Late to the party, wanting to pick one up. Here I am, now in November, with Kin. So this is the second title that Kealan Patrick Burke has done through Suntup. Is that misaligned? Is that at an angle, or am I just imagining things? Maybe I'm a little crooked. I don't know. Could be a optical illusion of sorts, because the scales are kind of going larger to smaller. That I'm picturing the logo misaligned as well. But anyways, Kealan Patrick Burke had guests, a novella collection a few years back, which did sell out. I feel like that one took a while to sell out. I mean, the numbered, it didn't. The numbered, I think, was relatively quick, because that was back during a time when people were going all crazy. We got a little bit of dingage here on the corner. That's a bummer. And it looks like it actually... the crazy thing is the ding appears to be on the back corner of the dust jacket, but it's the front corner of the boards that I'm seeing being a little dinged. Back corner, I guess the back corner was a little dinged too. This was not a dinged copy. This was, there's no name on the spine either. That's strange. I mean, it says Kin, obviously, on the cover there, but, I don't know. It looks so strange with nothing on the spine. All right then. This is the classic edition. As I was saying before I interrupted myself, what a weird design choice. I mean, there's just Kin. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense in terms of the novel. There's 2025 again. Guests, like I said, I believe the numbered edition sold out for guests way back when it was first announced, because it carried rights to the next title. And oh man, the pages are stuck together. This was not a dinged copy. This was not a dinged copy. This was a new copy. But we are getting the strange dinged on camera treatment here, which happens. It does happen. I know there were some dinged copies that were made available that didn't have a slipcase. This one, not being dinged, but actually being dinged, does have a slipcase. Anyways, I'll actually flip through it in a second, but let's show you the back here, because this is just where my eyes are taking me. Kealan Patrick Burke did sign in the back here. He did sign all of the copies. There are 500 copies of the classic edition. I believe 250 of the numbered, plus the 26 lettered. I can't remember how many classic editions were there of guests. And was guests technically a classic edition, or was guests still considered an artist edition at that time? Because I feel like it was still considered an artist edition. The classic editions, the first classic edition was Anya Alborn, I believe. Or technically, it could have technically been Let the Right One In, because that one had all sorts of issues, and I believe they had announced after the fact that John Avita Lindquist signed them all, right? Or am I imagining things? Am I in some weird Twilight Zone where I'm imagining things? I don't know. Anyways, this does feature an introductory and the staff of the Delaware County 911 Center. I'm all over the place with this. I apologize. There is a prequel novella, Cottonmouth, which I was going to say, oh, maybe it goes right into Cottonmouth, but there's not really a header to indicate what it's going into. It just goes right into part one. This is such a strange publication to me. Is it Cottonmouth? Is it just going right into the novel and the prequel follows it? I don't know. There's no header to tell me. Was it purposefully a design choice by that? I'm not trying to knock on Suntup. I'm usually quite impressed with Suntup's publications. They knock it out of the park each and every time. This one, it's just, I don't know. It's like these strange oddities. I will admit, I still have not actually read Guests. I had purchased the numbered edition and the artist/classic edition, but it's been sitting on my shelf for a while. I picked up this one because, wanted to support the author, Kealan Patrick Burke, support Suntup. So I presume, based on the fact that there's so many chapters here, that you dive into the novel Kin first, and then you will get after the fact Cottonmouth. Yep, this one. Yeah, now we actually have a header that says Cottonmouth. I'm just kind of surprised there is no header for Kin at all. It just kind of jumps right in. It's really strange. I mean, this, you could say, oh, this is the header page. But no, this is like the title page for everything. It even says Cottonmouth there. This is just weird. Like, that is kind of like how this first page is. Like, this first page should be further back. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to dog on this. And this, it has Cottonmouth as a header, and the page count is up top. See, we got the page count up top for Cottonmouth, and it's starting over with page 1 again. Whereas Kin, no header, page counts on the bottom. It's just such a weird publication. I really didn't intend for this to turn into a video where I scrutinize the hell out of the publication, but I feel like I am scrutinizing the hell out of it, and I kind of feel bad for doing that. It's just, I don't know. Normally, to say the least, normally there is. Was that an introduction? Is this an intro to Cottonmouth that we're now jumping into part 1? So it must be an introduction. Okay. I don't know. It feels weird. I'm not trying to dog on it. Like I said, I'm usually overly impressed, absolutely adore what Suntup puts out. This one, I'm just here on camera with you as my witness, and just getting confused. I mean, it almost feels like they just kind of took the two different files, the file for Kin and the file for Cottonmouth, with their own separate formatting, and just kind of like jammed them together. I don't know. It feels weird. There aren't usually this many inconsistencies, unless it's an artistic choice, but it doesn't feel like it's an artistic choice. It feels like an oversight with the edition, perhaps. I don't know. Like I said, I apologize. I'm not trying to dog on Suntup. They do exceptional work, but this one is kind of leaving me baffled. So yeah, this is not the first publication of Kin. Kin did originally get the small press treatment from Cemetery Dance. It's just a standalone novel. That one is not illustrated. This one is illustrated by Kealan Patrick Burke. They're both signed by Burke, but this one has the new prequel novella, Cottonmouth. I'm just, like I said, I'm confused. I'm a little disappointed, but mostly confused. It's strange. I don't know. Right? That feels weird. I've purchased almost every Suntup title, not in the same edition. I was on the numbered train for a while, hopped off to get on the, to save some money off the numbered train, hop back on the numbered train. But whenever I don't purchase the numbered edition, I do try to always buy the artist edition. Now, that's not always the case. There are several artist editions that I did skip. Most notably, was Amityville the only one I skipped where I didn't buy any edition? Like, I try to buy at least one edition when I can. Amityville Horror, I did happen to read Amityville before buying it. It wasn't a blind purchase of trying to buy it before, it potentially sold out. And I hated that novel. I hated it so much that I decided not to get Amityville. Should I just happen to get Amityville in like a grab bag or something, I mean, I'm not going to complain, but I didn't want to go out and buy Amityville. I do like the snakeskin style slipcase here for Kin. Yeah, I mean, it feels weird. I mean, is that crooked? Is it dinged? I don't know. It's strange. But anyways, I don't think all the copies are going to, the interiors are going to be all weird, but you won't have dinged corners. You might not have a crooked label on your slipcase. If it even is crooked, it might be an optical illusion, like I said, where the snake scales are going from larger to smaller. I honestly don't remember if the numbered edition is still available. It's probably not. Most of the numbered editions do still sell out, especially going back to the 250 limitation with the numbered, just because there's going to be a fancier title down the line. Oh, it's interesting. This copyright's 2023, so they've been working on it for a couple of years, which is not surprising at all. Some of these are several years in production. But if you want a copy of the classic edition, they are still available directly through Suntup. Through the website, link below if you wanted to pick up a copy for yourself. Did you buy a copy for yourself? If you did, what are your thoughts on it? Hopefully yours isn't dinged like mine, but let me know. We have some very exciting Suntup titles coming up in just, I think it's next week. Next week? Maybe the week after? Hopefully the week after. Is Gormenghast, or rumored to be Gormenghast, the Gormenghast trilogy by Mervyn Peake, which I am excited to see what they do with. I do already own Gormenghast from Folio Society, which was signed by Neil Gaiman and Dave McKean. It's going to be tough to beat Dave McKean's artwork on that. It is exceptional. But if there's anybody who can do it, it's going to be Suntup. And then in December, it's going to be Carrie and Comfort by Dan Simmons, which is one that I'm very excited about. Gormenghast, I'm excited about, but I'm also hesitant about because it's going to cost a lot of money. It's entirely letterpress printed. It sounds exceptional, but my wallet hurts so bad. I just got hit with the 1-2 punch of Fall of Hyperion, and what else did I just get hit with? I got hit with two things. Fall of Hyperion and The Alchemist, and then Solaris is right around the corner. So it is a fine press extravaganza. So book buying is tapering off while I buy the big books. But I have plenty of other, videos I want to do. I'm trying to organize my books and showcase some of the multiple editions of various titles that I have. I do have the original version of Kin, so I can show you that as well, perhaps in its own video. So please subscribe to the channel if you want to check those out. I also do at least one book review a week on Tuesdays, so there's more to keep you entertained. But check out Suntup Editions. They have some exciting editions coming out and coming down the pike. So I need to keep you entertained. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you around next time.